Watching the news makes me physically ill to my stomach. Trump's Gestapo police wearing masks, no badge numbers, no warrants, kidnapping people off the streets. I just saw a video a woman took on her phone. They arrested her husband coming out of Walmart because they said that they needed to take him in for him to prove he was a U.S. citizen. Then the ICE agents sat right in front of his wife and split up his groceries. They stole his food, split it up between them, and kept it. Since when is it okay, A, for police officers to not have a badge number where they can be identified, B, wear masks so you can't even see their face so you could identify them if you saw them, if you actually got a day in court. They don't even allow you to have a day in court now under Trump. But if you were allowed a day in court, you couldn't identify them because they wear masks over their face. No badge numbers. Fully armed. Fully armed. Supposed officers of the law robbing people and kidnapping people on the streets of America under direct orders of the Commander-in-Chief. No accountability. Really? No accountability? If you or I were to put a mask on, arm ourselves, and split somebody's groceries up between us or whatever they bought from Walmart, and then took one of the parties with us when we left without identifying ourselves, if they found out who he was, what do you think would happen to us? I think that's why they all wear masks, because they know that they're breaking the law. They know that this is against the Constitution. They know that they're in America violating people's rights. They know that the Constitution, there are direct words in the Constitution that says that you can't violate. We're allowed due process. Anybody know what due process is? That means that you are allowed a day in court where you can face down your accusers and deny their allegations of you being a criminal or being in this country illegally or anything else. That's what due process is. It's when you are allowed to face your accuser in court. The orange man's taking away people's due process. That is a direct violation of the United States Constitution. These are all opinions. They're not facts. Do your own research. But I am a constitutionalist. So I have a good opinion. I know every word of the Constitution. What they're doing right there, that's called illegal search and seizure. Okay? A direct violation of the Constitution. And every state in the Union, the United States of America, a bunch of United States, a union of states that form one country, okay? That's why they call it the United States. Each state has its own constitution. Each state has an amendment in their constitution that states directly, if you are being detained or arrested by a law officer that is enforcing the law, you have the right to know his badge number and his name. Because he works for you. The taxpayers are paying these people to kidnap people with no due process and send them to concentration camps. That's why I call them the Gestapo. They're not police officers. They've not taken an oath. If they have, it's not to the Constitution, it's to the dear leader. In my opinion, they should be arrested. When y'all see something like this going down, you need to call 911. You need the police there, because it was the police's duty to take those guys into custody, because they are breaking the law. By covering their faces, by not having a badge number, by not identifying themselves, they are committing a law under your state's constitution, and they can be arrested by the city police, the state police, or the sheriff's department. They can be arrested, they can be detained, they can be put in jail, and they can have to post bond to get out. If y'all will start calling the police and letting the police handle these guys, I think it'll slow it down a little bit. When they start having to go behind bars themselves, they won't be so quick to grab people off the street, will they? Everything I've stated in this video is an opinion, not fact. Do your own research. I am no authority. I am just a citizen of the United States who happens to be a very red individual that enjoys history, enjoys reading stuff like the Constitution, law books. I passed the bar in one state. My particular state, Kentucky, I live in, you must go to law school to pass the bar, or I would be a lawyer in this state. I do represent myself when I go to court, and I very seldom lose. If I do lose, it's because I'm guilty. But I digress. If you see ICE agents trying to kidnap someone, call your local police department. Try to stall them from leaving. Take down their tag number. If possible, pull your phone out and videotape it, because you are catching a crime on film when you do so. Please call your congressman. Please call your senators. Please let them know that this is not okay. That we live in America, and America is based on our Constitution, and it's not okay to violate people's constitutional rights. Will you do this for yourself, for your grandchildren, for their children, for their children's children? If we don't do something to defend our country, we're not going to have a country to defend. Love you all. Try to stay positive. Keep your vibration level high. Put out positive energy. You'll get positive energy back. We can do this. We can win this. We are on the side of righteousness. They're the wrong ones. They're the ones violating the law. They're the ones that need to face justice. In my opinion, all of this is done as a distraction, because the orange man is scared to death we're going to find out what's in the Epstein files. But these are all opinions, not facts. Do your own research. We shall see. Thank y'all for listening.